Yes, 31 years now. We have two runways, north and south, parallel, and between Terminal 1, Terminal 2 behind also parallel. So Terminal 1 will be prolonged with this new pier for non-Schengen passengers. Terminal 1 is 30 years old, so we have to do something about it. And this is a very modern new building pier for non-Schengen, opened in about 2 or 3 years. So the first aircraft, Czechia, okay, the registration. This is charter wooden bench. Cheap prices, now holiday makers going to the south, so many wooden bench, cheap holiday making aircrafts coming and going, half an hour turnaround time. TUI to Mallorca, number one destination for German Spain, the Insel Mallorca, and Boeing 737, the most frequent type, Boeing 737 or 320 Airbus, we'll see in the front, Eurowings for example. Turkey, very important, you can see the flag, TC, the country, Sun Express, belongs to Turkish Airlines, and yes, cheap prices to Turkish Riviera, Antalya, Mallorca, the two most famous destinations. Eurowings in the front flies for Lufthansa, and they fly many domestic flights also to Mallorca and Pristina, so mainly domestic flights. We can see the tanking, kerosene is pumped in the wings of the aircraft. Pegasus, Turkey again, just arrived. Passengers are taken by bus to the terminal. Full. Summer timetable, all like to go for a swim in the south, so these aircrafts are full. So this is Terminal 2 on the left-hand side, and they will celebrate the 20th birthday. Terminal 2 is a cooperation between Lufthansa 40% and Airport Munich 60%. Opened 2003. Star Alliance is the biggest alliance for airliners from Bella Italia, transit on their way long haul. We have a wonderful transit time of 30-40 minutes. So they be together again, passenger and baggage, 30 minutes. Thanks to Siemens, yes of course. They built this baggage sorting hall, 60 kilometers in all. It's a big labyrinth, 60 kilometers, the baggage sorting hall underground on its way with all the suitcases, fully automated X-ray, automated X-ray. In the front left-hand side, this is the longest aircraft, 75 meters long, 4 engines, too much, 340-600. It's 30 years old, the type, 75 meters long, 4 engines, too much. That's the In the front we see the tractor. Aircrafts don't roll backwards by themselves, so we have the tractors coming. Important, not only these devices in the hand, awful, yes. So it's going to the north because the tractor pushed right facing north. In the front, Singapore Airlines, for example, also member of Star Alliance or United Continental in the front. We have Air Canada here. the mainly most operation is Terminal 2 Star Alliance. Lufthansa City Line, many transit passengers, flies every destination in Europe, City Line. We have the shortest metro underground train going. On the right hand side, Satellite Terminal was opened 7 years ago. This is the outer check. And on top of the roof of Terminal 2, this is a skywalk for visitors. Skywalk, a terrace to look what's going on here. EVA Air, also from Asia, Taiwan, Taipei, EVA Air. And this is also the newest Boeing 787 Dreamliner. The engines, you can see the engines tucking, then it's Boeing 787, the newest. In the front, this is the best Boeing 777, thousands of time in a minute. General Electric, they have the best engines, 777. Yes, United Continental, yes. There used to be two airliners, but they cooperated about 15 years ago. So United Continental won in the Union, yes. Boeing 777, yes, this is it. Facing north.
How many passengers?
About 300 passengers. About 300, yes. Brussels to Belgium. Brussels just left with the points. Lufthansa will leave to the south. So now you can see this is cargo. They have been shopping in Bavaria. So many famous companies from Bavaria send worldwide their goods, and this here, this is cargo. First cargo is lifted, you can see now, cargo, and then the suitcases of the passengers, economy, then first class business, yeah. Lufthansa on the north runway will be 100 in 3 years' time. Celebrate 100th birthday, yes, the biggest airliner in Europe. British Airways just landed from London Heathrow. Lufthansa Star Alliance is this union. 20 airliners are present, are members. Lufthansa is member, United Continental, Singapore or Taiwan are now coming from Japan, yes. Air China coming, yes, in July we have the Chinese back again after 3 years absence. So this is all Star Alliance. Important for the Germans. And Italians also very admire the Germans, so there's always cooperation between Italy and Munich. This is the south runway. The runways are 4 kilometers long and always against the wind. Starts and landings are always against the wind. Today we have it from the back, east wind. So they're coming from the front. If there's in the front west wind, then they start from here. And it's better, you know, because they can roll leaves about 200 km/h Airbus. Now the wheels are in the belly. After this height they can, and afterwards it's full automatic. You know, the pilot can lean back, drink coffee. Voila, here it is. It's a very old one, you can see, gosh, always. Yes, about 30-40 years, but no problem. So above the upper level has 100 seats first class, upper level 400 seats economy chicken class. So 500, 100 and 400 in all, 500 seats. And look at these wings. The wingspan is 80 meters. The end of the wings can move 9 meters, up and down 9 meters, the end of the wings. In all, it's 80 meters wingspan. It's Airbus. Airbus, it belongs to Germany, Lufthansa, the flag, yes, D for German. And it's favored. The pilots love the aircraft, it's wonderful to fly. The passengers, it's a great inspiration. It's the quietest aircraft. You can't imagine, but it's so quiet. This is the Bavarian police. Yes, police are coming. Yes, it parks direct from above. Afterwards, I think there's a landing plant. Yes, in the morning. Well, normally we have about 1,000 starts and landings on a day, but now with the corona summer timetable, we have about 800 now. 800. September, October, we have 1,000. Yes, a day, because of the beer festival in September. I just saw the train coming from downtown Munich takes 40 minutes for the train coming. Every 10 minutes a train is coming, underground train from Munich, 40 minutes. It takes 40 minutes. 40 minutes from downtown Munich to airport Munich. It's a bit long because it stops, I don't know, 20 times. I take the car because I live around the corner. But those many passengers, of course, coming, and it stops, or if it's punctual, but it's also a problem child. It's about 30 kilometers from Munich. 30 kilometers. Yes, this is kerosene. This is the train with the kerosene from Ingolstadt. Ingolstadt, kerosene or wire pipelines from Trieste and yes, Gulf. Kerosene coming, so yes. The timetable, well, so about hundreds of aircraft. Lufthansa had to cut 100 aircrafts, sent to the desert, or the old ones were given back, or just yeah. Then afterwards, so this year again, many high, and now the corona is overpassed, so we have again much demand for flights. Air Baltic, for example, coming from Baltic, Letland, Litauen, Tallinn, Air Baltic from the north, you know, Baltic, the north. Kuwait just arrived, yes, Kuwait. In the front you can see from Kuwait. Very important, Franz Josef Strauss, you know, he was Prime Minister in Bavaria in the 80s. He was well famous. Yes, he liked Africa too. He was often visiting Africa, yes. And he was pilot, he was passionate pilot. He flew himself, yes, he was 100%. Everything what he did was 100% fulfilled. And as a pilot, he flew himself, and he founded Airbus. Thanks to Strauss, he founded 1969 Airbus. And so after him, it was called the Airport Franz Josef Strauss. He was responsible for this building site in the 80s. It took 7 years to build the airport, and he was responsible. He was prime minister in the 80s, and he made sure we'll build a big one, a very good airport, airport. And so this big airport, and he died 1988. He didn't see the opening, but he was responsible, and he had the best architects here in aviation, very much engaged in aviation. It was his hobby. Everything he did was 100% fulfilled.